Here's Caitlin Clark bringing down the ball, and out of nowhere, she's gonna dig deep in her bag and grill this lady over here like a Peruvian barbecue chicken.
No, it is extremely difficult. Just one, not only physically, but also mentally staying in it.
Damn, CC just organized a free dribbling clinic right there, then puts her on a spin cycle before finishing it off with a bump and bucket for good measure. I mean, her defender must have dialed 911 after getting cooked like that, cause that was a goddamn crime. And if you ain't got enough of that, here are the nastiest and craziest moves that Caitlin Clark pulled off in her young career.
Harrington off the mark as Clark steps into a three.
No shot is too far away from the rim for Caitlin Clark.
Now, to kick things off into high gear, let's revisit the moment when Caitlin sends Leonie Fiebitch reeling all the way back to Germany.
Off the play here in the first quarter. Caitlin Clark pulls it back.
To create some real estate, CC slams her brakes, crosses her up like loose shoelaces, then cashes in a step-back three with a hand on her face. I mean, even if you face guard her 30 feet away from the rim, just like what this lady's doing right here, it ain't gonna matter at the end of the day, cause CC will print the receipt and still make you pay.
Clark looking to separate from Hall. Clark, the drive, able to bank it in.
See, sticking that close to her will do more harm than good, and this is also what Dijon Nate Carrington experienced when Caitlin made her slide into her DMs.
Left shoulder.
Austin had her 11th double-double of the season, and Clark hits a three.
I mean, CC shifted down her pace and then put her on skates so she could create some space for the long bomb. Man, that move is so crafty. And speaking of which, here's another crafty move coming from CC that looked like a magic trick conjured by Houdini.
Every position. Clark has the mismatch. Oh, Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin just showcased the sweet shuffling of her feet right there before she slayed the giant lady with a beautiful up and under. Now that's not the only time that CC fooled her defenders out of their socks, cause back when she faced the Dallas Wings, Caitlin did them dirty with this behind the back special.
In the NCAA tournament. And I was like, what did they feed the players in Texas? Well, what they feed?
Coming off with a full steam ahead, CC switches gears and direction at the last second to leave her pesky defender in the dust. See, dispatching defenders like that has always been a staple in Caitlin's game. I mean, just check out how she easily maneuvered her way around multiple bodies here, as if they're just a bunch of practice cones.
Clark off the crossover, goes to the left side. And
after crossing the half court, CC put not just one, but two defenders in her rear view real quick with back-to-back crossovers. Man, that move will surely put a big smile on Allen Iverson's face. Now, aside from her polished handles, Caitlin also has some top-tier layup package inside her deep bag. And here's a play that perfectly captures it.
Clark on the drive, gets to the rim and the finish.
After catching the pass, CC dives in, swirls inside, then kisses the sweet jelly off the glass. See, this lady is simply on another stratosphere in terms of skills and talent compared to her whiny peers. I mean, to double down on what I just said, how about you check out this double step back dagger and see the difference?
Clark, step back three, is good.
Man, at first glance, it looked like CC took a page from the Beard's playbook with that fancy footwork. And speaking of getting fancy, here's Caitlin once again embarrassing another woman by simply dancing on her like Travolta.
Clark trying to shake Whitcomb, step back is good.
I mean, I just hope her defender has insurance, cause from the looks of it, her innocent ankles just got snatched and died from that devastating move. Now, since we're in the business of showcasing CC's deadly maneuvers, it would be a disservice to you guys if we did not relive the moment when the point goddess pulled a sham god.
We're gonna expect a big night here for Cunningham. She does a good job stepping in when she needs to.
She's put
like a puppet on a string, Caitlin controls that ball and just whips it casually as if she's a Harlem Globetrotter performing in a goddamn halftime show. I mean, CC is like a walking bag of tricks that just keeps on giving. And versus the Atlanta Dream, The lady wearing 22 dons her magician's cape yet again, telling her defender, now you see me, now you don't, with this nasty move.
Behind the back, Clark. That's pretty.
Old folks would say, if you reach, I'll teach. And this is exactly what happened right there as Caitlin schooled her defender like an obedient 8th grader. And speaking of teaching valuable lessons, the class is in session in this play right here where Caitlin smoked Courtney Vandersloot with a combination of her lethal handles and range.
Are you talking about my high school experience? Clark connects on a deep.
Chef Caitlin just glazed some sauce right there, then added a bit more spice before serving it up with a tasty 3-point special. I mean, that dish was so mouth-watering that CC winced her head in approval. Anyway, we're now down to the last couple of plays, but even if this is the case, Caitlin shows no signs of slowing down as she destroyed her defender here with such flair and finesse.
Boston, Clark is going to remain on the floor. Clark fading and hitting.
Stopping on a dime with a behind the back on the break, then capping it off with a Dirk-esque fadeaway. That's a moving Picasso painting if you ask me, cause that's just pure art. Now from dropping one-legged faders, let's move on to dropping people on the back of their heels, courtesy of this stunning snatchback to the oohs and ahs of the crowd.
Clark working on Van Loo. Oh, Clark, pretty step back, hits a 3.
So after turning the corner, Caitlin gives her a little friendly shove to create some separation for the scintillating downtown splash. I mean, I can sense from here that you're taken aback by that spectacular play, and the same thing can be said for Bridget Carlton when Caitlin forced her to clean up the grocery aisle.
Clark.
Damn, after getting rocked to her core, she knelt and bowed down in front of Queen Caitlin. Anyway, for the last play, let's rewind to the moment Caitlin shoulder tackled her defender like an NFL linebacker versus the Connecticut Sun.
Here's Clark with Phantom guarding her. Clark gets bumped, will take, and hit from 3.
But wait, before we wrap this baby up, how about I give you an encore performance with this one-woman wrecking crew attack that destroyed the entire Minnesota Lynx's pack.
Not missed in this second quarter. 8 for 8. Clark.
I mean, coming off the handoff, CC just stings like the Black Mamba as she snakes her way through the traffic to go all the way to the cup. Well, there you have it, fam. And if you had fun watching Caitlin torching people with her deadly moves, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And as always, don't forget to smash the subscribe button as well as turn on the bell icon so you wouldn't miss out on the next content. Anyway, this has been the Hoop Doctor. Thanks for watching and see y'all around.